I knew something was wrong before I even turned the key fully. The door wasn't locked. That alone wouldn't have meant much on any other day. But after a week away, returning to a house that usually held its routines tightly, it felt like a small misstep in something that was otherwise controlled. When I pushed the door open, she was already there. Not standing. Not waiting. On the floor, my daughter was lying just inside the doorway, one arm slightly bent under her, like she had tried to stop herself from falling. For a second, I didn't move. The image didn't register as real. It looked staged, like something paused mid-scene. Then I dropped my bag and knelt beside her. Her breathing was shallow, but there. Her skin felt warm, not cold. I said her name once, then again, a little louder. No response. I just disciplined her. Her voice came from behind me, casual enough that it didn't match what I was looking at. I turned. My wife stood near the kitchen entrance, leaning slightly against the counter, arms folded. No panic, no urgency, just presence. "What do you mean?" I asked, but the question came out flatter than I intended. "She was being difficult," she said. "I handled it." There was no edge in her voice, no defensiveness either. Just a statement, like she was describing something routine. I looked back at my daughter. Nothing about this felt routine. I pulled my phone out and called for an ambulance. I didn't ask anything else. Not yet. While we waited, I stayed beside her, watching for small changes. Breathing, movement, anything that would tell me this was temporary. Behind me, I could feel my wife still standing there, not moving closer, not checking, just existing in the same space but not part of it. I became aware of details I couldn't place. The way she said "handled it," the way she hadn't used our daughter's name. The pause between my questions and her answers. Not long, but measured. I had been gone for 7 days. That thought settled somewhere uncomfortable. The siren came sooner than I expected. Sharp, cutting through the stillness. 2 paramedics entered quickly, efficient without being rushed. One moved toward my daughter immediately, kneeling beside me, checking her pulse, her eyes, her breathing. The other stayed back for a second, scanning the room. Then he looked at my wife and stopped. It wasn't dramatic. He didn't step back or say anything loud. Just a pause. A slight shift in posture, like something didn't line up. He walked toward me instead, crouching low enough that his voice didn't carry. "Sir," he said quietly, eyes still flicking toward her. "Is that really your wife?" The question didn't make sense. "What?" I said, more reflex than response. He hesitated, choosing his words carefully. "I've been on a call to this address before," he said. "Different situation. But that's not who answered the door last time." I stared at him. "That doesn't mean—" "I could be wrong," he added quickly. "But I don't think I am." Behind us, the other paramedic lifted my daughter carefully onto the stretcher. She stirred slightly this time, just enough to confirm she was still there. Still reachable. I stood up slowly. For a moment, everything split. There was the version of my life I had left a week ago. Stable, familiar, defined. And there was this version, where a stranger might be standing in my kitchen, where a professional, trained to notice details, had quietly told me something wasn't right. I looked at her. She met my eyes without hesitation. Nothing in her expression changed. No confusion, no concern. Just the same calm stillness. "You're overreacting," she said almost gently. That word landed harder than anything else, not because of what it meant, because of how easily she used it. The paramedic beside me straightened up. "Sir, we need to go," he said. "You can ride with us." I nodded, but my eyes stayed on her. For the first time, I didn't try to reconcile what I was seeing with what I believed. I just observed the way she stood, the way she didn't move closer to the stretcher, the way she didn't say our daughter's name. Small things, but not small enough. As they carried my daughter out, I followed. At the door, I stopped. Just for a second. I turned back. She was still there, in the same place. Watching, but not stepping forward, not asking to come, not asking anything, That's when it settled, not as a conclusion, but as a shift. Whatever I thought I knew about my home, about my family, about her, I couldn't rely on it anymore. I stepped outside and closed the door behind me, and for the first time, I didn't feel like I was leaving my house. I felt like I was stepping away from something I didn't fully understand yet, something I would have to look at more carefully, without assuming it was safe.